Welcome to the Anti-Negativity Network. I'm your boy, Ron Simms. We're back here again to make it do what it do. My man, Brandon, StoryTime Johnson, is back with me. We said we was coming back. Here we are. We're here to do it again. And so we're just going to have some conversation real quick. We actually got a couple patterns out here. We got the wolf and we got the chameleon pattern out here. So we might throw a few shots later on. Not going to be as long this time as we did on the last one. But we wanted to sit down and just chop it up with my man a little bit because he just had a real good experience at the USBC Nationals out in Reno at the newly remodeled National Bowling Stadium. And so talk to us, man, about your experience with that, man. I didn't get a chance to make it this year, but talk to us about to us folk that did make it.
Listen, first, we're going to put the good in quotations. The national tournament this year was difficult, to say the least.
Right.
But like I said, I mean, if you, like I said, love this game, love this sport, that doesn't bother us.
Right.
Being on, tough.
Yes.
Like, so
you welcome that sometimes.
Oh yes.
Yeah,
Because
it's different.
It's
a challenge.
It is definitely that really to show you, how good or how bad you are. And like I said, that sometimes that's welcome because like I said, bowling on league patterns and stuff like that, you feel invincible.
Yeah.
This one,
that 230 average.
Oh yeah,
totally
It definitely
different perspective of that 230.
Definitely puts you in the perspective of where you really are as far as where you at in the game. I mean, that's just the nuts and bolts of it.
Yeah.
I actually, this was my first time really going out there with I would say the opportunity to like win, with the team and the group that I went with. And definitely a lot of information was passed back and forth. And I'll say getting the information in real time and then getting, information, you always get people, who went before you and give you the information, pass you along the information stuff that they saw, stuff that worked, stuff that maybe didn't work. At the end of the day, I think my issue was not believing what I was seeing.
What you're seeing, right.
And
some of that came from past experiences as well.
Big
past
time. experiences
said, hey, this is what normally happens when it comes to the Nationals.
Big time. That is definitely, I mean, we, this game, we bowl with our friends.
Yeah.
A lot of the time, our friends may not have the best. It might not be the best for us.
They don't have the best outlook.
Yeah, exactly. And I went with some past Eagle winners, PBA champions was on this group, and like I said, I would say that was invaluable. Like the information that they gave you, like in real time, because like it's not like okay, I'm a throw a shot and then I gotta get feedback, from somebody else. Or, no, they right here. So it's like the stuff that they seen like on tour, being out there every single week and giving it to you in real time. I think that was worth the trip. Speaking of worth the trip, like that's my one thing about.
I have to agree with that because having that same experience before that you're talking about, when you go with some folk that you've been hanging with. They like family, they friends, they good people.
Well, most of them know like regular league, But like I said, for them, with them seeing this basically every time they throw a bowling ball, it is a ton of information, and like I said, the faster you can process that, I think the better off you are, like bowling on stuff like that.
But what I want to say is that one of the things right there is that what I get out of that. One of the things I get out of that is that. The group that you went with this time versus in groups that you've gone with in the past, their experiences that they have had over the years, bringing that to the table, put you in a different. And that's not someone's put you, but it was a different vibe. It was a different feeling, a different experience. Because you're bowling with some guys who do this for a living. right?
Yeah, most definitely.
And they're in it every day. Even some of them are not even on tour, but they in it every day.
And to spin off of that a little bit, like if you do see these people bowling, please wait until they get done and get autographs. I mean, I found that kind of, you know, it was funny to me because, like I said, I know these guys,
right,
you know,
right.
But and bowled with them before, you know,
right.
But like, you know, the people who hadn't bowled with them, or you know, seeing them in person for their first time, like, I joke, I threw a shot, and then you know, I hear a big round of applause or whatever. And I said, "Oh yeah, you know, it's me, you know." But you know, it's somebody they really know down there from seeing on TV. But like I said, that's you got to take a step back and say, "Hey, it ain't about me all the time."
But that was a unique experience within itself, right there.
Oh yeah,
man. Yeah, man. So going to the Nationals is always going to be a great experience, regardless of who you go with. It still is a great experience. So kudos to USBC and the many years they have put on that tournament. That tournament is like none other. I would have to say there's no other tournament on earth that matches the USBC Open Championships. And I'm sure the ladies might say the same thing about their experience with the latest tournament. And so kudos to USBC for continuing that legacy with that tournament. And so, and I know this year with Reno reopening after they did all of the renovations and everything.
Oh yeah, the facility is absolutely gorgeous. Man.
Yeah.
I think the last time I went was maybe in the like 2005 ish.
Okay.
I can't remember what year it was. But,
right.
You know, just seeing the upgrades. I mean, from then to now, it's like they did a good job.
Did a good job.
Oh yeah.
Now, now let me ask you this. One thing I got to thinking about, because of, I don't know how long it would close through the renovations, but I wonder, and I'm not no scientist, but I wonder how much of that played a part in how the lanes played. You think that might have made a difference? Because I don't know if they didn't put no new lanes in, did they?
I don't think they
put in new lanes.
I don't know if that played a part in that, because like normally the funny thing is, as much as I kind of you know, I've made it no secret, the city of Reno, I really don't like to go there because it's not, you know, like a stain on the city, but it's so expensive to get there, especially from the East Coast.
Yeah.
It's so
very expensive,
and it's hard to get there on time. Because I think even when I had a earlier flight, and I still ended up getting there maybe about 2 hours, you know, behind schedule. Okay. Which, you know, I was getting there late anyway, but, you know, from 10 o'clock to almost 1 o'clock, you know, that's a big difference.
10 o'clock in the morning to 1 o'clock the next morning.
Yeah. So
that's how long it took you to get there. Yeah. That's a long day.
Well, no. I was supposed to get there at 10 o'clock.
Oh, okay.
And then I got there at like maybe 12:45 or something.
Okay, got you.
But it's like, that to me is the issue with Reno, because it's so hard to get there from it.
We're not even talking about the time change as well too. You know, so yeah,
it was that part. But like I said, going back to the topography or whatever you want to call it for the lane, I don't think that played a big part. It was just the pattern that they put out was like, I'm not even going to say it was. It's basically, like I said, seeing what your eyes see, believe it. And that to me, like after bowling so many national tournaments and seeing balls not hook, that's supposed to hook, and you bowl in the league, you can't even throw them because they hook too much. This was the opposite.
Okay.
So it was like the balls that were supposed to hook, they hook.
Wow. Okay.
And even the balls that, you know, kind of be, you know, in the middle or even lower end, they hook.
They hook.
So that was
hook was not a problem.
No, definitely not a problem.
Getting the ball to shape was not a problem.
No.
Okay.
No.
You know, how much shape was the problem?
Yes.
Okay. So lower end stuff would have been a better play this year.
I think for me, because you know, higher rev rate. You know, to me, like I took 2 MV tours and they sat in the bag all week. You know, so it was like,
there was just two responses to it.
And like, and the thing about that, like I said, you kind of limited, especially like I said, going from East Coast to West Coast or Reno, you are limited in the ball. So you got to absolutely hit on every single ball you take out there.
Okay.
So my thing was, like I said, I had 2 balls that
Pretty
were
much.
paperweights. You know, and not to say that they're bad bowling balls,
Right.
but like I said, for that, I had no use for them.
Right. And so I think the other thing by them making the change of no longer letting people know what the pattern is before you go out there, that put a challenge. Even though people still get the information.
Oh yeah,
because everybody's paying attention, everybody's talking. So you get as much information as you possibly can, and hopefully any information you're getting is from a trusted source.
Yep.
You know, but at the same time, you also have to think about your game. I know past history also played a part in you making the decision to bring what you bought.
Definitely.
And, you know, but hey, it's still a great experience. It still is a great experience. And it's one of those experiences that you chalk up as a, you know, valuable because of the group that you were with, and being able to bowl with them and see and hear how they communicate and how they talk. And so you take that information and start to incorporate that in the group that you're with on a normal and other situations, or even your league night. You know, is valuable. We take that for granted on league night because we bowl together for 30, 32, 33, 36 weeks or whatever. We take that for granted and think, okay, well, you know, we're going to see the same thing every week. No, I can tell you that communicating with your team makes a difference in you winning and losing.
And that was very vital this year. Like we didn't bowl bad, but like it wasn't good enough to win. Right,
it wasn't good. It wasn't an eagle look.
Oh no.
Wasn't an eagle look. So if you don't get anything out of this right here, just understand that when it comes to team bowling, it's important that you communicate. And here, I will say this: I do have to put this little plug in here when it comes to the team bowling. It doesn't even matter about your average, right? Because I have seen some teams who communicated and nobody on the team was average over 200. Right. But they communicating because they understand each other. They're able to talk to each other and they helping each other grow. They're helping each other learn. They're helping each other recognize certain things. And so please understand that communicating with your team is very important. And that's another reason why I'm going to segue into this part right here. It does matter who you bowl with.
That is true.
It does matter who you bowl with. You're thinking, oh, I only got to bowl with them once a week for 2-3 hours. Trust me, it adds up. Because if you're bowling with somebody that you really don't vibe with, or y'all really don't click, or y'all really can't communicate, you're not sure if they're going to show up or whatever, they not sure if they funny with their money and all of that, trust me, that is not going to be a fun experience. So please understand, when it comes to team bowling, communicating is important, but make sure each one of y'all fit, okay? It's not so much all about the average. I bowl with some folk that I promise you, they couldn't hit themselves with a bowling ball, much less a pocket consistently, right? But I would bowl with them any day of the week. Why? Because I know they're going to show up. I know they're going to give me their effort. And number 3, it has no problem talking with each other and communicating if they see something with me or vice versa.
Now I feel that shots fired. You said can't hit themselves with a bowling ball. Y'all see, coming right at me, man. Be your own people, man. Be your own people, man.
Not the case. That was not the
Be your own people. Come right after you, man. Lights, camera, action, man. Coming to get you.
That was not the case.
I've definitely had some people like, people ask me, why you bowl with them? Because I could deal with them for 30-something weeks. It's some really good bowlers that I'll bowl a weekend tournament with them, and that's about it.
That's it.
That's about it. I got 9 games, those team singles, doubles.
That's it.
That's it, man.
See you next year.
Yeah, exactly. So
I say that because God rest her soul, one of my best friends of all time, Alice Grant. I grew up, we grew up, it was a group of us, grew up bowling together. And man, if Alice shot $150, we was good. Right?
I know that's right.
If she shot $150, we was good. But what I learned is that even though she might not have been the greatest of bowlers, she could peep something out with me and get me on point just like that, because she had that eye, right? And so that's why I'm getting at. It's not always about the average, but we bowl together and we won. You know what I'm saying? We were on teams where we actually won, you know, so it wasn't all about the average. So.
It's a saying that those who can do teach.
Yeah.
And that's
There's a lot of that.
So
there's a lot of
for
that.
the people who can't hit themselves with bowling balls, we teach. You know, that's
so look, we're gonna go ahead and we're actually gonna go throw a few shots.
Man,
yeah, we're gonna segue into a few shots here.
Like I haven't been punished enough, man. so yeah, let's do it.
Oh, so which lane you want, the right lane or the left lane?
Oh my God,
which one you strike the most on?
Man, the one outside. The one outside.
So family, look, we're gonna go throw a few shots and yeah, just check us out. We're not gonna be here much longer because I don't want to make this really long, but nevertheless, we just want to sit down and talk. My man went to the USBC Nationals this year, and we just wanted to talk about his experience, and hopefully you got something out of this to help you get better. And just think about the team aspect of bowling, because we're about to jump into the league again, and it's going to be very important to the success of your team. Is how y'all communicate, how y'all hold each other responsible, right? Accountable, I should say, not responsible. Holding each other accountable, because if hopefully y'all are coming together with the same mindset of one to win, and one to have some good experiences this year. Part of that is how y'all vibe with each other, how y'all communicate with each other, how you talk with each other, how you encourage each other, right? And so all that matters. So get ready for your season. It's about to happen. It's about to make it do what it do. All right. So get ready. All right.
Good luck and good bowling.
Good luck and good bowling. We're going to be back in a few seconds with some shots. All right, guys. Hey, look, we back.
Man.
I have a real talk. You know, we always talk about coming on here and it's unedited. What you see is what you get. I'm going to tell you right now, because we ain't no spring chickens. We done threw a few shots, okay? We done threw a few shots. But what we got working on the left lane is the wolf. I think that's 36 feet. 34 feet. 34 feet on the
Not enough.
Yeah, that works.
Not enough.
On 1 and 2, we got 34 feet, and we got 39 feet chameleon over here on the right lane. Now, reality is, when it comes to bowling, it comes to these patterns, it comes to the different bowling centers, they don't always play the same, okay? So you kind of have to let your ball be the guide, okay? You kind of go in with an idea how you want to attack it if you're able to see the pattern. There's a lot of stuff out there that shows you how to read the chart and all that, so I would advise you to go take a look at that, because there's as much information as you can get, go get it, right? But at the end of the day, you got to let your ball be your guide. You got to know your equipment. You got to understand your equipment. You got to understand how the different surfaces matter to your ball reaction and to your style, right? So like somebody like me, I'm gonna need a little bit more surface as opposed to this guy, because his rev rate is like double mine, right? And so I need my ball to be able to read it much stronger and earlier than he does. Well, I shouldn't say earlier, but mine has to read it differently compared to him because of his ball speed and rev rate. So, you know, just be mindful of that when it comes to your ball selections and where you playing and all that. At the end of the day, let your ball be your guide, okay? Get the information that you can, if you're able to. Like we were just talking earlier, went to the USBC Nationals. He didn't have that information, right? So you had to kind of get as much information as he could from talking to other people, and just know his equipment and you know, trust the people that you're bowling with as well, which is another big thing. But trust yourself, if nothing else. The one thing I got out of what he said, even though he was surrounded by some great players, you know, a wealth of information is surrounding him, right? People he could ask questions and talk to. But at the end of the day, you got to trust yourself and know yourself and understand yourself, okay? And so trust you, okay? I'm gonna leave you with that. Trust you. We're gonna throw some shots, but trust you. Go ahead. What you got, baby?
Like I said, well, like I said, believe in what your eyes tell you.
Yeah.
Like I said, I found that to be the hardest thing out there. Like I said, especially like I said, with all the information that was, you know, fed to you via, you know, people who've already been, and like I said, the people that I was bowling with in real time, they give me really good information. Yeah. But at the end of the day, like I said, take that information too, but also believe what your eyes are telling you.
Yes. All right. So we're gonna throw a few shots and get on out your way. Just want you to see the difference. Like I say, he's gonna throw a few shots on the wolf. I'm gonna throw a few shots on the chameleon. Then we're gonna switch it. Let you see a few shots. what you see is what you get. I ain't gonna promise you we're gonna strike every shot.
Yeah, it feel like I'm still on punishment, man. But it's all right.
Here we go. Let's make it happen. Here we go. All right, I'm on the chameleon over here, and I'm actually throwing an envy, right? And so I'm gonna let y'all know I'm throwing an envy, as you can see. All right, you can see a little shine on it, a little bit. That's only because I've thrown a few shots since I put some surface on. I actually got mine at 500 and 1,000. At first, I didn't have any shine on it. Now I got surface. I'm sorry. At first, I did have shine on it, and I got surface on it, 500 and 1,000. So it allows me to be able to get my ball to see it much sooner than going right through the break point. Now, of course, I would throw it like but hey, let's try it again. You might not really be able to see that angle too, because I might have been in the way. So you'll see some shots later. But here's Brandon on the wolf.
I'm gonna throw the purple. I'm not trying to get in any trouble here. I think this is within the 2-year range, so I should be able to throw it for
you
another.
Ain't on the PBA
like,
tour, so
might be able to throw it for another 3.5 months, so I'm good with it.
Well, here we go. Boom, there you go. Typically, you use the rule of 31 when it comes to these patterns too, if you're able to get that information. So you're basically subtracting 31 from the length of the pattern. 34 is the pattern, is the length of the wolf pattern. So you subtract 31, your break point should be around 3, which means if you are scared to play the gutter, I advise you to go do some practicing.
Or withdraw. Let me win for a change, man. Let me win.
All right, I'm gonna move this over here so you can kind of see a shot of me throwing on the chameleon. Hopefully this will work. All right, so here we go. There you go. Hopefully you saw that. Hey, there you go. All right, another shot. Let's go.
Man, just keep in mind I still got 2 check engine lights on.
There you go. That's how you make it do what it do. That's how you make it do what it do. All right, let's switch.
Man, no.
Hey, no, let's try to switch. Try to switch. Try to switch.
Oh, man.
Yes,
no.
sir. Now,
Man.
I'm going to tell y'all, God honest truth. I am cheating. I am cheating when it comes to the purple.
See, no, I ain't gonna. Well,
I'm cheating.
By the rules, yes.
I'm cheating because the purple that I'm throwing right now, this one is more than 2 years old.
See,
Matter of fact, where they made this, that plant is now shut down.
Actually, well, somebody's in there now.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, somebody's in there now, but they're not making bowling balls there.
Yeah, they're not making bowling. Shout out.
Ooh!
Yeah, you still see them, you see them almost every week though.
Ooh!
You still see the plant logo and everything.
All that.
Man, I'm still gonna throw this purple because I'm gonna use it all the way up. I'm gonna use it up. Look,
See,
I don't want y'all to get confused about me striking every time. Don't listen. This is an anomaly. Y'all should have saw me before we cut the camera on. I think the highest I got was 7. But I'm 3 for 3. Look, see, that was the thing too. When we cut the lights on with the cameras all the tests, like I was Showtime, man. Cut the lights on.
you was Showtime.
Showtime, man. Lights on. Lights, camera, action.
All right, here we go. I'm gonna see if I can get one here on this right lane, because typically that's the lane I strike the most on, is the right lane. So, while you a left lane bowler, I'm a right lane bowler.
Man, I'm telling you, man. I wish they were all left lanes. I think when I was looking for my house, man, I was looking for an address that had all odd numbers.
So
I'm serious.
See, this is why we call them story time, because we come with some stuff.
It's serious though, man. It's serious.
All right, we'll get another shot of Brandon right here. Oh, snap. That didn't go well.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, trip it out. Trip it out. Sorry about that. So, look, here's the deal, guys. I think y'all seen enough shots. You might have seen enough shots. I don't know. This is all unedited. What you see is what you get. All right? We ain't cutting nothing. All right? So
I do have the lane man back there knocking pins down.
Oh, well, yeah. No, you weren't supposed to say that. That wasn't supposed to be said. You weren't supposed to say that.
7 counts before the camera. I averaged 10. The average of 10 every shot I've thrown out here. With 2 check engine lights.
This is why we call them story time. If you never checked out any of his stories, look him up on Facebook. Brandon Johnson, look him up and just get your popcorn out.
I know.
Get your popcorn out. But look, we just want to show a few shots. Again, as we say, let your ball be your guide. You got to spend some time with your equipment, understanding the difference, understanding how surfaces matter. Challenge yourself. You know, if you want to get better at this game, you got to challenge yourself. You got to go get your nose blooded up a little bit in some of these tournaments, right? It's not going to feel good to get your behind whipped, but that's the only way you're going to learn is that you got to get out there. You can't learn how to swim if you don't get in the pool, right? So we can talk about it, we can think about it, we can read about it, but until you actually go out and apply it and do it, you're not going to challenge you. You're not going to get better. You're not going to challenge yourself to get better, get stronger, get more insight, more knowledge. So get out there and challenge yourself a little bit, okay? So again, know your equipment. Know your equipment. Get some coaching.
Yeah, that was another thing too. Just too, if you don't know much about the sport, get somebody who does, or at least have a keen eye. Like Ron was saying earlier, at a 150 average bowler who can pretty much point out all the little kinks and little tweaks that you probably need to do. I mean, like I said, you don't have to know how to do this thing to be able to coach it. Yeah. Sometimes you got to know something. You got to have some knowledge. You got to have some knowledge, but knowledge comes a lot of different ways. Okay, and so don't judge a book by the cover. Just because you see somebody not able to do it, that don't mean they don't know. They can possibly be exactly who you need to help you get to your next level. Exactly. Okay, so just continue to keep pushing, keep grinding, respect what you do, right? And if you respect it, then somebody else is going to respect it, right? But if you don't respect it, don't expect me to respect it. So look, anything you want to say before we close on out, man? No. No. Like I said, I feel like I'm off punishment now. I don't have to throw any more bowling balls until I bowl summer league on Tuesday.
Okay, you bowl summer league on Tuesday.
But listen, when these people do bowl these tournaments, man, just I guess, you know, if you're a new bowler, just understand what you're getting yourself into, because like I said, nationals, especially I think is one of the, this year was one of the hardest nationals I probably ever bowled in. And I think, like I said, you always got to come in with an open mind. You always want to win. I'm not going out there just to participate. But I want to win, but at the end of the day too, just understand what you're bowling.
Yes, understand.
Because like you said, getting your nose bloody. Yeah, man, I just stopped the bleeding yesterday. Because it was. But
that's what happens sometimes. And that's the only way you're gonna learn. The only way you're gonna grow. You got to go out there and sometimes it ain't gonna feel good. It's not gonna feel good when you take the final standings and flip it upside down and you either in first or second place. That's just not a good feeling, right? It's not a good feeling when you're down at the bottom. But that's the only way you're gonna get better is by getting out there and giving it a try, right? So get some coaching, get some understanding, hang out in your pro shop asking questions. If they don't know the answers, then you might be at the wrong pro shop, or at least they want to go try to find out the right answers for you, right? Every pro shop owner don't know everything. They know a lot though, hopefully. And so just make sure you get hooked up with the right people so they can help you get to that next level. Hey, keep pushing. Pray, plan, prepare, proceed. Go make it do what it do. We see you later. Oh, what?
I did have the opportunity to bowl next to one of the best bowlers in Richmond on Tuesday.
See y'all later.